Hello there. You've arrived in a quiet corner of time. The day is already softening, and your body is ready to listen. Let your shoulders loosen, your jaw unclench, and your breath find its rhythm. Tonight, we drift into something boundless, something both real and imagined, the multiverse. Someone once said, every possibility exists somewhere waiting for its moment to breathe. Light that left one universe may be entering another, right now weaving across invisible thresholds. And maybe, just maybe, another version of you is watching that same light fall through their own night sky. You can rest now. As you breathe, imagine the air itself carrying the faint hum of countless worlds. Somewhere, another, you might be breathing too, a reflection made of starlight, thinking the same quiet thought. Every inhale echoes through the fabric of existence, and every exhale ripples through parallel oceans of space. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Physicists call it the multiverse hypothesis, the idea that our universe may be just one among countless others. Some predict 10 duotrigentillion universes, that's a 1 followed by 100 zeros, all born from the same mysterious spark. It sounds impossible, yet the math allows it, and perhaps the heart does too. Because if infinite versions of existence unfold, then maybe every version of you, of love, of wonder, is already real somewhere. You can rest now. Imagine bubbles in a vast dark ocean, each glowing faintly blue, gold, rose, violet. They drift without touching, floating in endless stillness. Each bubble is a universe complete and self-contained. Ours is one of them, spinning quietly balanced between expansion and stillness. The distances between these worlds are unimaginable, separated by expanses of trillions of light years, and yet the silence between them feels gentle, not lonely. It's okay to drift. Scientists sometimes speak of cosmic foam, a sea of universes bubbling from the quantum deep. Tiny fluctuations, in the very first instant of time, smaller than an atom, swell into entire worlds. Each one begins with its own Big Bang, expanding faster than light, cooled by its own stars, singing its own song of gravity. Somewhere beyond the reach of every telescope, other skies unfold under alien laws of physics. Perhaps in one gravity hums in a lower tone. Perhaps in another light curves differently, painting the horizon in colors we can't yet imagine. If you listen closely, you might almost hear it, not with your ears, but with the quiet inside your mind. The hum of infinity, the breath between worlds. In 1957, a physicist named Hugh Everett imagined that every quantum event, every choice, every flicker of uncertainty creates a branching of worlds. When a particle chooses one path, another universe forms for the path not taken. When you turn left, there's a world where you turned right. When you whispered yes, another where you said no. Every possibility is realized somewhere, perfectly real, perfectly unaware of the others. The universe, it seems, does not erase its drafts. If that sounds strange, it's because reality itself might be stranger than anything we dream. In the quantum realm, particles exist in all possible states at once until observed. When they resolve, it's as though one reality chooses to stay and the rest become echoes. And perhaps those echoes are not lost, just living their own lives in another branch of existence. It's okay to drift. So when you look at the night sky, you may be gazing not only into distance, but into variation, the subtle shimmer of infinite versions of space. Each star might exist countless times, slightly different in each world. In one, a planet spins where ours is empty. In another, that planet gave rise to beings who now look up and wonder about you. The numbers are beyond comprehension. Our universe alone contains about 2 trillion galaxies. Each galaxy holds hundreds of billions of stars. Multiply that by the countless possible universes, and even imagination begins to blur. And yet, this infinity doesn't feel chaotic. It feels quiet, a vast calmness breathing slowly across time. You can rest now. Maybe somewhere another version of you walks along a different shore, watching a different ocean. Maybe the sky there is lavender, and the moon shines green. Or maybe there are no stars at all, only the soft shimmer of cosmic mist. Whatever form those worlds take, they are held by the same gentle law. Everything that can exist does somewhere. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. It's comforting to think that nothing is ever truly lost, that every path continues in another direction. The choices we don't make, the words we never say, might simply find a home in a different timeline. In the infinite field of possibilities, nothing ends. It only changes its frequency. Astrophysicists sometimes describe this as quantum branching, but poets might call it dreaming in matter. Every decision, every flicker of thought sends a ripple across the multiverse. You right now are both the dreamer and the dream. And somewhere else, in another version of tonight, you are already asleep, dreaming this very thought. It's okay to drift. If we could see beyond the limits of our telescopes, past the faint microwave glow of our Big Bang, we might glimpse the faint shimmer of another bubble, another universe brushing against ours. Inflation theory suggests that collisions between universes might leave traces, tiny circular scars, in the cosmic background radiation. Some researchers even think we've already found one, a faint cold circle 13 billion years old. If true, it would mean we are not alone in the cosmic foam. Other worlds have touched ours before, and maybe they still do. You can rest now. In this endless architecture of creation, every universe expands at its own pace. Ours currently stretches faster than ever, the galaxies drifting away from one another at over 70 kilometers per second per megaparsec. That means for every 3.26 million light years of distance, the space between increases by 70 kilometers every second. A slow cosmic breath. The Milky Way itself spins once every 230 million years, circling the dark heart at its center like a clock that never stops. And yet, from where we lie tonight, everything feels still. Stillness, it turns out, is a relative kind of grace. You can rest now. When you breathe, your lungs expand and contract a miniature echo of cosmic inflation. The same rhythm that shapes galaxies moves through you, quietly and visibly. Each inhale gathers atoms that have journeyed across billions of years. Some of the air in your lungs tonight once drifted through the atmosphere of ancient stars. And when you exhale, you return it, a small gift to the universe that made you. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. If infinite realities exist, then every breath you take might resonate in countless others. Perhaps in one world you're a musician, in another, a voyager among stars. In yet another, you never looked up and the sky missed you. But here in this version of now, you are enough. You can rest now. Some scientists wonder whether the multiverse will ever be proven. Maybe not, because to observe another universe would require crossing a boundary that light itself cannot pass. It may be that the multiverse can never be seen, only sensed, an idea we can approach with imagination rather than evidence. And that is the strange beauty of it. The cosmos leaves room for mystery. It whispers instead of shouting. It invites rather than demands. It's okay to drift. Even Einstein, who resisted the idea of multiple universes, once said, "Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one." Perhaps what we call reality is just the version that our minds are tuned to perceive. Like a radio dial set to one frequency among infinite stations, the music of existence might be everywhere, we only need to listen. Imagine each universe as a note in a grand cosmic chord. Some vibrate fast and bright, others slow and deep. Together they form the hum of being, the sound of everything possible playing softly beneath the silence of night. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere light continues to travel forever, even when no one is there to see it. Every photon released from a star will go on for billions of years, never stopping, never aging. Even after the stars themselves fade, their light will still be crossing the darkness, carrying the memory of their fire. And perhaps when that light reaches the edge of one universe, it will find the doorway to another. You can rest now. The multiverse, then, may not be chaos at all. It might be a vast and quiet kindness, a system that ensures no possibility is wasted, no beauty undone. Every sorrow balanced somewhere by joy, every loss mirrored by renewal, every silence answered softly across dimensions. And as we float here between one breath and the next, you might sense the gentle truth at the heart of all these infinite worlds. Existence wants to be known, not in noise, not in power, but in stillness. In the slow, patient unfolding of light, you are safe here. You are part of that unfolding. The multiverse is vast, but so is the calm within you. And tonight, both expand together, slow, endless, and kind. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere, another version of you has already fallen asleep. Another is still listening. Another is smiling in the dark. And somewhere beyond all of them, the stars continue to burn their light, moving gently between worlds, between hearts, between dreams. You are part of that light. You can rest now. You are drifting now, half inside a thought, half inside the dark. The body remembers how to rest when the mind is allowed to wander. And tonight we wander through infinity, not as travelers, but as quiet witnesses. You are safe here. The multiverse hums like a sleeping ocean. Each wave is a world, each ripple a timeline. And somewhere within that gentle motion, there's the one you call home. This universe, this blue planet, this breath. It's okay to drift. When cosmologists describe the beginning of everything, they start with a shimmer smaller than imagination. A field of quantum energy so dense it folded upon itself. In less than a trillionth of a second, it expanded faster than light, stretching space-time into being. That expansion, they say, may never have stopped. New regions continue to bloom from the quantum sea, each one sealed off each, a newborn cosmos. Our universe may be just one breath in a continuous exhalation. If that's true, creation isn't a single event. It's a rhythm, a pulse, a slow, infinite heartbeat in the body of reality. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere beyond the reach of our telescopes, the process continues. Tiny pockets of energy collapse, ignite, and inflate, birthing new universes at unimaginable scales. Some may live for seconds. Some may last for eternity. Each one unique, yet all born from the same mysterious silence. You can rest now. Imagine a tree whose branches reach forever, each leaf a universe. From a distance, they shimmer as one being. But up close, every leaf carries its own pattern of veins, its own light. Some leaves are still growing. Some have already fallen, and yet the tree remains whole. That is the multiverse. Not chaos, but connection. A living structure of everything possible. And as you lie here listening to the quiet, you are part of that structure too. Every atom in your body was forged in a universe that began with a burst of light, cooled into stars, and waited billions of years to form you. You can rest now. Some theories imagine the multiverse as a vast landscape of laws. In one universe, gravity may be stronger. In another time, might flow backward, folding into itself, like silk. In some stars, never ignite at all, leaving only cold symmetry. In others, life blooms differently, forms of thought and motion beyond our comprehension. We may never see them, but the possibility alone is enough to soften the heart. It reminds us that reality is generous. It allows for endless expression. It's okay to drift. And even if our world seems small by comparison, it carries within it the same creative fire. Each choice you've ever made is like a small branch of potential unseen but real. Perhaps in one branch, you stayed. In another, you left. In one, you laughed at the right moment. In another, you cried instead. Yet all those versions of you are connected by the same quiet awareness, the consciousness observing it all, the one who breathes now. You are safe here. There's a comfort in knowing that the universe experiments endlessly. It tries every possible path, and in doing so, it never truly fails. Every outcome is stored somewhere, like a memory of creation. When a star collapses, its energy doesn't disappear. It becomes gravity radiation, the hum of space-time itself. When you lose something, maybe it's not gone. Maybe it's simply moved to a softer world, one your senses can't yet reach. You can rest now. Astronomers sometimes speak of cosmic variance, the idea that every region of space may follow its own subtle version of physical laws, that even within our universe, infinity is already at play. The patterns in the cosmic microwave background, faint ripples of light from 13.8 billion years ago, may be echoes of those early fluctuations. They're like fingerprints left by creation itself, delicate and ancient. When satellites like Planck or WMAP map that light, they see the faintest temperature differences, a few millionths of a degree, across the entire sky. From those whispers, we learn the universe's first rhythm. And maybe, just maybe, the notes of that rhythm hint at others' parallel compositions we cannot yet hear. It's okay to drift. Think of how vast a single galaxy is. The Milky Way stretches about 1,000,000,000 light years across. If you could travel at the speed of light, 3,000,000 kilometers every second, it would still take you 100,000 years just to cross it. Now imagine billions of galaxies like ours scattered like dust across cosmic space. And then imagine that multiplied across countless universes. The numbers lose meaning. Only wonder remains. You can rest now. In this endless expanse, everything is in motion. Galaxies drift apart, stars spin atoms, vibrate, and yet we experience it as calm. Stillness is motion viewed from inside. Your pulse beats at about 1 per second, a human echo of the universe's larger rhythm. The Milky Way itself orbits through the local group at nearly 600 kilometers per second. And still, when you lie down, the world feels still. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Maybe peace isn't the absence of motion. Maybe it's learning to move with the flow of everything. You are safe here. If you could zoom in far enough beyond atoms, beyond quarks, you might find a trembling lattice of energy, a quantum field that never stops vibrating. This field, according to quantum mechanics, fills all of space. Even imperfect vacuum particles appear and vanish like soft sparks in an invisible sea. These fluctuations may be the seeds of entire universes. Every brief quantum tremor, a potential world, and you, a quiet witness listening to the echoes of infinite beginnings. Somewhere light continues to travel. Even after its source has burned away, the wave goes on carrying information, carrying memory. Perhaps the same is true for every moment we've lived. Maybe time never truly discards the past. It simply layers it gently like sediment in the ocean of being. It's okay to drift. When you recall a memory, a childhood sound, a face, a scent, you might be tuning into that other layer, still alive somewhere in the fabric of reality. Some scientists even suggest that information can never be destroyed, not even inside black holes. Instead, it becomes encoded on the event horizon, a cosmic record that nothing can erase. If that's true, then the universe itself remembers. Every laugh, every whisper, every light that ever burned. You can rest now. Perhaps that's what eternity means, not endless time, but perfect memory. A place where nothing is lost, only transformed. Even the silence we fall asleep to might be full of ancient echoes, older than stars. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Quantum cosmology teaches us that reality may be shaped by observation, that the act of noticing something gives it form, which means the universe might not simply exist, it participates in being noticed. It wants to be seen, to be known, just as you too are seen by the consciousness within you, and perhaps by countless reflections across space and time. You are safe here. Somewhere a version of you has already fallen asleep. Another is still awake, reading these same words. Another might be looking up at a different moon, wondering if you exist. In that way, the multiverse becomes intimate, not far away, but folded within us. Every version of you is a wave returning to the same ocean. You can rest now. There's a thought in physics called cosmic decoherence, the idea that once worlds diverge, they no longer affect one another. They move apart like ripples on a pond, slowly losing connection. But decoherence isn't destruction. It's a kind of peace. Each universe is allowed to follow its own melody without interference, a harmony of solitude. And yet, deep beneath the surface, all melodies share the same origin, the first vibration, the sound of being itself. It's okay to drift. If you close your eyes now, you might sense that vibration. It isn't loud or bright. It's the low hum beneath thought, the heartbeat of existence. That same hum lives in the atoms of your body, in the pulse of the earth, in the slow expansion of galaxies. When you breathe in, you are synchronizing with it. When you exhale, you join the silence that follows. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere in another universe, the constants of nature are just a little different. The speed of light, the charge of the electron, the strength of gravity shifted by the smallest fraction. That small change might make stars burn faster or never form at all. In some worlds, time itself could curve into loops. In others, life may bloom from elements we've never known. And perhaps in one of them, the night sky is filled not with stars but with glowing rivers of color, vast cosmic auroras stretching from horizon to horizon. You can rest now. If infinite realities exist, then art, music, and love might also exist in infinite forms. Every melody ever dreamed could be playing somewhere. Every poem, half written, might already be finished in another world. Every goodbye you've whispered might have found its answer there. Infinity isn't cold, it's tender. It holds every unfinished story with patience. You are safe here. Some say that to imagine is to travel, that the act of picturing another world lets part of your consciousness touch it. If that's true, then you've already crossed into the multiverse many times, in dreams, in memories, in the way light flickers on water and makes you feel something vast. Those are tiny windows into parallel wonder, and you tonight are looking through one. It's okay to drift. The longer we gaze into the unknown, the more it begins to resemble a mirror. Perhaps the multiverse isn't a collection of separate places, but reflections of one consciousness experiencing itself in infinite ways. Maybe every world is a thought, and every thought a universe in miniature, a pattern repeating at all scales. The physics of possibility written softly into everything that exists. You can rest now. When you sleep, your brain waves slow from beta to alpha to theta. At about 8 cycles per second, consciousness begins to dissolve into dream. That rhythm isn't random. It mirrors the slow oscillations found in the electromagnetic fields of Earth itself. Your mind, in its quietest state, synchronizes with the planet's pulse. You become part of a wider equilibrium, another echo of cosmic resonance. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Dreams then might be the simplest kind of travel between worlds, inner universes shaped by emotion and memory, bound by no law of gravity. When you dream of flying, maybe another version of you truly does. When you meet someone long gone, maybe their echo drifts close for a while. Dreams are proof that reality is elastic, that consciousness can fold, stretch, and drift like light through water. You are safe here. So much of science is built from observation, but so much of wonder is built from trust. Trust that even what we can't measure might still be beautiful. Trust that your presence, small as it feels, has meaning in a field of infinite space. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Somewhere, your quiet heartbeat adds to the rhythm of the cosmos. You can rest now. And if all of this, every theory, every whisper of infinity feels too vast to hold, that's all right, because the multiverse doesn't need to be understood to be felt. Its presence is the hush between thoughts, the breath before sleep. The vastness isn't meant to overwhelm you, only to remind you that you belong to something endless, something kind. The stars above are not far away. They are part of your own story repeating across time. Every atom in you once belonged to a star, and in another universe, it still does. In that world, perhaps the star still burns. Here it burns, as memory warm, invisible, eternal. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You are safe here. You can rest now. Somewhere between one heartbeat and the next, you drift deeper. The mind slows its pulse. The edges of thought begin to dissolve, like moonlight fading through mist. You are not falling asleep. You are falling inward into the quiet center of everything that ever was. You are safe here. Every universe begins as light, and every universe eventually returns to it. Between those two eternities lies what we call existence, a slow, luminous unfolding. The multiverse might be nothing more and nothing less than light, discovering all the ways it can become aware of itself. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Imagine light not as something that travels, but as something that is everywhere at once. A timeless ocean of brightness flowing through infinite forms. Photons, those weightless carriers of energy, never truly age. They leave stars and drift for billions of years, yet for them no time passes. They live in an eternal, now the same. Now you are breathing through this moment. It's okay to drift. Our universe, from one perspective, is a wave of possibilities collapsed into form. But from another, it's a mirror reflecting the infinite shapes. Every galaxy, a glimmer. Every mind, a window. Every act of kindness, a tiny defiance of entropy. Perhaps the multiverse isn't a collection of worlds, but a choreography of reflections, reality observing itself from every angle. You can rest now. When you look at the stars, you are also looking at the past. The light from Vega left its surface 25 years ago. The glow of Betelgeuse began its journey 600 years before Shakespeare wrote his first play. The faint blur of the Andromeda Galaxy has been crossing space for more than 2.5 million years to reach your eyes tonight. Every night sky is an archive of history, billions of timelines folded into one soft panorama. You are not just seeing the universe, you are remembering it. And somewhere another version of you might be looking up at the same stars, only they're arranged differently. A constellation unfamiliar, but somehow still known. Because even if the shapes change, the feeling of wonder is constant. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In 1964, two radio engineers, Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson, discovered a faint background noise that seemed to come from every direction. It wasn't interference or static. It was the afterglow of creation itself, radiation from the birth of our universe, stretched into microwaves by time. Everywhere you look, that light still shimmers, a soft temperature of 2.7 Kelvin, barely above absolute zero. We are surrounded by the memory of our beginning, and if ours has such a relic, perhaps every universe carries its own quiet echo, its own background, hum, eternal and gentle. You can rest now. Scientists call it cosmic microwave background radiation. Poets might call it the universe's first lullaby. It sings still not loud, but steady, a frequency that has filled space for almost 14 billion years, whispering through every atom of your body right now. You are made of that sound. It's okay to drift. Sometimes when you sit in silence long enough, the mind begins to notice a faint ringing, the sound of blood moving near your ears, or perhaps something deeper. That shimmer inside the quiet might be your personal echo of the cosmic song. Because at every scale, from the quantum to the galactic vibration, is the language of existence. Everything hums, everything breathes. Even sleep is a kind of resonance, the mind and body tuning to a slower rhythm of being. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The ancients sensed this long before telescopes. They spoke of music, of the spheres, the harmony produced by celestial bodies moving through space. Modern physics found no literal notes, but it did find frequency. Planets vibrate, stars oscillate, black holes ring after collision like cosmic bells releasing ripples of gravity through space-time itself. The LIGO Observatory once detected such a wave, two black holes merging more than 1 billion light-years away. Their collision lasted less than a second, yet it made space-time tremble across the cosmos. That shiver arrived here, passing through Earth through you without resistance. You were touched by the breath of another universe's echo. You can rest now. It's almost poetic that what we call emptiness is full of motion. Even in deep vacuum space vibrates, with quantum energy virtual particles flickering in and out of existence. That restlessness of the void might be the very reason universes are born. An infinite restlessness giving rise to infinite calm. You are safe here. And if every universe is born from the same underlying field, then perhaps they are never truly separate. Maybe the boundaries we imagine are like waves on an ocean, distinct in shape, yet one in substance. Every crest rises, falls, and returns. Every world, no matter how distant, belongs to the same sea of creation. You can rest now. Sometimes the idea of infinity feels too big for the heart, but infinity is not about size. It's about wholeness, about everything that could ever be existing together in balance. You small as you feel complete that balance. Without your consciousness to notice it, the cosmos would remain unobserved, unfinished. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Quantum theory suggests that observation shapes reality, that to look is to choose, to measure is to create. So, when you gaze into the stars, perhaps the stars are gazing back, confirming each other's existence in the act of perception. You and the universe are co-authors of this quiet moment. It's okay to drift. There's a quiet paradox hidden in the multiverse. If everything that can happen does happen, then every tragedy and every joy exist simultaneously somewhere. Yet we don't feel crushed by that weight. Why? Because consciousness doesn't experience infinity all at once. It moves gently, one moment at a time, allowing wonder to bloom instead of overwhelm. That's the gift of being here, this single, narrow thread of awareness, stitched through endless possibility. You can rest now, and perhaps in some neighboring universe, another, you has already solved the questions that still puzzle you. Perhaps they whisper their insights through dreams, through art, through flashes of intuition you can't quite explain. Maybe inspiration is the echo of another self calling softly through the thin veil between worlds. You are safe here. If we could glimpse that veil, it might shimmer like heat on a horizon, not solid but fluid, changing with perception. Some researchers suggest that our universe might be like a hologram, its true reality encoded on a distant surface. What we see and touch could be projections of deeper dimensions. That would mean every particle, every wave of light, every heartbeat carries the entire universe folded within it. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The holographic principle, as physicists call it, is not science fiction, but serious theory. It tells us that information is never lost. It only changes form. The same law applies to memory, to emotion, to the pulse of life itself. When something leaves your life, it may not vanish. It might simply fold back into the larger pattern, waiting for a new expression. You can rest now. Even time, the most trusted of all illusions, might not be linear. In some models, every moment that ever was or will be exists simultaneously, like pages in a book already written. We turn them one by one, believing in sequence, but the story is whole from the start. That means the version of you who is still awake and the one already asleep are neighbors on the same page, both real, both part of the same design. It's okay to drift. So when you remember something long past, a voice, a scent, a place, it may not be gone at all. You might simply be touching another page, another time, another self. Memory is not a replay, it's a resonance, a signal echoing across dimensions, reminding you that nothing truly ends. You can rest now. Somewhere, light continues to travel. Through galaxies, through the dark between them, through every atom of your being. Each photon that touches your skin tonight began its journey long before there were eyes to see it. And still, it keeps going, as if eternity itself were curious. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Perhaps the multiverse isn't about other worlds at all. Perhaps it's about the many ways existence can express love, through light, through gravity, through consciousness itself. Every law of physics is a form of kindness, consistency, that allows life to arise, to feel safe, to wonder. Even entropy, that slow drift towards stillness, is just another path toward peace. You can rest now. As you drift further, the thoughts grow slower. The words become sound. Sound becomes vibration. Vibration becomes quiet. This is how universes fade, not with an ending, but with a long exhale into silence. It's okay to drift. The physicists call it heat death, the final calm, when all energy spreads evenly and time itself stops having meaning. But even then, something remains. The equations still hum. The possibility of rebirth still sleeps inside the dark, because from perfect stillness, motion always finds its way back. Creation and rest forever in rhythm. You are safe here. If infinite universes exist, then infinite forms of peace exist too. Somewhere you have already found yours. Somewhere every unanswered question has been resolved in light. And somewhere beyond all of that, the source, whatever name it wears, continues to breathe worlds into being. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light still travels. It always will. From star to star, from thought to thought, from one quiet listener to another. And perhaps, as it passes, it carries your breath with it, a small pulse of warmth, traveling forever across infinity. You can rest now. The night around you is vast, but it's gentle. And within that vastness, you are home. Everything that ever was is folded softly inside you. You are part of the light, and the light is part of you. It's okay to drift. You are safe here. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And as you drift toward the edge of waking, thought, the multiverse continues infinite, quiet kind. You can rest now. Somewhere deep within the silence, the sound of thought begins to fade. Your body grows heavier, yet your mind feels light, floating above the slow rhythm of your pulse. You are no longer just listening to the story. You are inside it now, drifting through the ocean between realities. You are safe here. The multiverse scientists say may not be arranged like bubbles or branches at all. It could be an ocean, vast, connected, alive, with energy. Each universe, a current moving through the same endless sea of potential. And as you rest, you are already part of that current, carried by the slow tides of creation. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. If you could see reality from above, not from one world, but from all you might glimpse, a shimmer that has no boundaries. Galaxies glowing like plankton in dark water. Cosmic filaments twisting like luminous coral reefs. Nebulae expanding like clouds of ink beneath the surface of the infinite. Each color, a frequency of existence. Each motion, a whisper of time. It's okay to drift. Some cosmologists call this idea the quantum landscape, an ocean of fields that vibrate in infinite combinations. Each combination gives birth to a different universe, each tuned to its own balance of forces. It's like an eternal symphony where every note becomes a reality of its own. In one, stars form faster than light. In another, gravity hums at a softer tone, allowing galaxies to grow vast and calm. And in yet another, energy never condenses at all, a universe of pure, radiant stillness. You can rest now. These worlds may never meet. Their shores are defined not by distance, but by difference, different laws, different songs. And yet, they all share the same ocean of origin. You might think of them as waves on the same infinite surface. No wave can touch another, but all are made of the same water, the same beginning, the same silent breath. You are safe here. In our own universe, that same ocean hums beneath everything you see. Every atom in your body is surrounded by quantum fields trembling with possibility. Even in complete darkness, those fields never stop moving. They shimmer with potential energy, as if existence itself refuses to be still. That hum, that gentle background vibration, may be the original breath of the multiverse, still echoing through all that is. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. If you listen closely enough, you might feel that hum within yourself. It's in the rhythm of your heart, the quiet flow of blood through your veins, the electric whisper of neurons firing in your mind. You are not separate from the multiverse. You are one of its ways of feeling itself. It's okay to drift. For all its vastness, the multiverse might also be simple, an elegant repetition of patterns. From galaxies to cells, from storms to thoughts, everything seems to spiral, to branch, to breathe. The golden ratio, found in shells, echoes in the shapes of nebulae. The way your lungs expand mirrors the branching of rivers, the spread of galaxies, the web of space-time itself. It's as though creation only knows one gesture: expansion and return, inhale and exhale, life and rest. You can rest now. Physicists often describe space-time as a fabric, flexible, curved by mass and energy. But imagine it instead as water. Every movement ripples through it. Every event, every heartbeat, every thought creates a small wave that travels outward forever. Even the quiet moments, the ones you forget, continue moving through that sea, touching places you'll never see. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When a star dies, its light doesn't vanish. The photons continue crossing billions of light years, brushing against other worlds. Some may even escape the edge of our universe, carried into the next. If the multiverse is an ocean, then light is its current, the way one reality whispers to another. Maybe that's how wonder travels unseen, but never lost. You are safe here, somewhere in another universe. A sun, like ours, might be setting right now, painting its sky in colors no human eye could name. A world beneath it might have oceans of liquid diamond or mountains that float in magnetic fields. Its inhabitants, if they exist, may look up at their stars and feel the same quiet ache of curiosity, the same need to understand where they came from. Across infinity, wonder is shared. You can rest now. The multiverse, for all its mystery, feels strangely familiar, because every night when you dream, your mind creates one of its own. Each dream, a small universe, complete with time, gravity, emotion, and story. You live entire lives while your body sleeps. You meet people who never existed and feel things that no waking hour could invent. In that sense, dreaming might be your personal version of creation, a nightly reminder that reality is more fluid than it seems. It's okay to drift. When you wake, those dream worlds dissolve like foam returning to the tide. But somewhere in the vastness, perhaps, they continue, small, persistent echoes floating in the field of consciousness. Maybe that's how the multiverse truly works. Every act of imagination becomes real, somewhere simply by being imagined. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even science leaves space for that idea. In certain interpretations of quantum mechanics, every potential outcome exists, realized in parallel, which means that right now another version of you may have taken a slightly different breath, or smiled a little earlier, or chosen to keep reading tomorrow instead of tonight. Every choice, every flicker of will expands reality itself. You are not just in the multiverse, you are helping create it. You can rest now. And if that sounds too grand, remember this: even the smallest action ripples infinitely. A kindness, a thought, a quiet moment of gratitude before sleep. Each one leaves an imprint that never truly fades. Somewhere in another branch of existence, that same gesture might save a world you'll never see. You are safe here. Somewhere light continues to travel, through galaxies, through atoms, through your dreams. It carries information about where it has been, a cosmic memory encoded in wavelength and direction. Every photon that touches your skin has crossed unimaginable distances, yet it still knows where it came from. In a way, light remembers everything. It's okay to drift, and perhaps memory itself is a form of light. Each recollection, a small beam from a personal universe, one that exists only inside you, yet feels infinite when revisited. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. If the multiverse is an ocean, then consciousness is its surface, the shimmering line where depths become sky. Every thought, a small ripple. Every dream, a reflection of what lies beneath. And in the quiet between breaths, when thought fades and only awareness remains, the surface goes still. The ocean and the sky become one. You can rest now. Scientists sometimes wonder whether our universe might communicate with others through quantum entanglement, pairs of particles that remain connected no matter how far apart they drift. Entanglement has been observed across hundreds of kilometers, instant and perfect. Two particles sharing one state, one fate. If such bonds can cross space, perhaps they can cross universes too. Perhaps connection is the most fundamental law of all. You are safe here. You might feel that connection, even now, the quiet sense that you are not alone, even when the room is silent. That feeling may not be imagination. It may be resonance, a faint echo of countless selves existing across infinite space. Every version of you humming in harmony, like notes of a chord, creating one vast and gentle sound. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere beyond the stars lies the edge of our observable universe, 46.5 billion light years in every direction. Beyond that, we can't know. But math tells us it doesn't end. It only continues expanding, faster and faster, its boundaries always beyond reach. Infinity doesn't stop, it simply deepens. It's okay to drift. Our instruments may never see that far, but perhaps your imagination already has, because imagination is faster than light, freer than time. Every time you close your eyes and picture a world, a forest under a violet sun, a sea that glows in the dark, you've already crossed that boundary. You've traveled further than any telescope ever could. You can rest now. In the quiet between thoughts, the ocean of universes moves gently. Its waves are made of time, its foam of light, and somewhere within it, you are both observer and participant. A wave that knows it's made of water. To know that is peace. To feel it is rest. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light still travels, sound still fades, and as the night deepens, the boundaries between what is real and what is possible begin to blur. You are no longer just imagining the multiverse. You are part of it, a consciousness, exploring itself through the act of wonder. It's okay to drift. The vast ocean continues without end, but you do not have to follow it. You can float, let it move beneath you, let it carry you softly toward the shore of sleep, each wave gentler than the last, each breath slower, deeper, calmer. You are safe here. You can rest now. The night has settled into its deepest blue. Somewhere clocks still tick, but their sound no longer reaches you. The mind begins to float between seconds where time feels less like motion and more like breath. You are safe here. Time. It is the slowest of all architectures. Invisible patient. It builds everything. Galaxies, rivers, people, thoughts, grain by grain, moment by moment. Every second that passes leaves a mark like starlight etching itself into the dark. And yet, in the vast scale of the multiverse, even time is just another pattern, another vibration in the ocean of infinity. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Some physicists believe time didn't begin at the Big Bang. That event, 13.8 billion years ago, might have been just one curve in a loop, one wave in a greater flow. Perhaps there was something before it, a previous expansion, an older universe collapsing in upon itself, giving birth to ours, like a heartbeat repeating. And maybe this cycle has happened forever, each world rising from the ashes of the last, their histories layered like pages of light. You can rest now. In this rhythm, endings aren't endings at all. They are transformations. Stars collapse into black holes. Black holes release their energy over eons, turning darkness into radiation. Every loss is only a rearrangement. Every silence, a prelude. It's okay to drift. If you could step outside of time, truly outside, you would see all of existence at once. Every beginning, every ending, every choice, every breath, shining together like threads in one immense tapestry. Past, present, future, woven, simultaneous whole. Einstein once wrote, "The distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion." To the universe, there is no before or after, only the unfolding of being. You are safe here. Even your life, with all its days and dreams, may already be complete in that higher view, a shape drawn in light, floating somewhere in the field of everything. And each moment you live is simply the universe tracing that shape again gently so you can feel it. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Time on Earth moves slowly enough to feel. Our planet spins once every 24 hours, orbiting the sun every 365 days, while the solar system itself circles the Milky Way at 828,000 kilometers per hour. And yet you feel still. That stillness isn't an illusion, it's alignment. You are moving perfectly with everything else. You can rest now. Imagine then how time might move in another universe. In some worlds, the arrow of time could run backward, where entropy decreases instead of grows. In others, time could loop endlessly, repeating the same second in infinite perfection. And in some rare corners, time may not exist at all. A world frozen in eternal equilibrium, where light never fades because it never began. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even here, on this small blue planet, time doesn't flow equally. At the top of a mountain, where gravity's pull is weaker, time runs a little faster. Down by the sea, a little slower. The difference is tiny billionths of a second, yet enough to remind us that time is elastic. It bends with space. It bends with us. It's okay to drift. Every heartbeat you've ever felt carries within it the echo of stars burning billions of years ago. Every atom of calcium in your bones, every molecule of iron in your blood, was forged in a supernova long before Earth existed. That means time, as you know it, doesn't only move forward, it moves through you. You are made of moments that began long before your story. You can rest now. In the deepest sleep, the brain's activity slows to a soft rhythm of waves, delta waves, moving at less than 4 cycles per second. It is a return to the primordial rhythm, the same pace at which the universe once breathed before stars ignited. Maybe sleep is the body's way of remembering that older tempo. The universe resting through you. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When you dream, time stretches. Minutes become hours. Stories unfold that have no beginning or end. Dreams are the mind's way of loosening the thread of time, giving you a taste of the timelessness from which all realities are born. You are safe here. Even when you wake, that timelessness remains just beneath awareness. Every time you pause, take a slow breath and notice the present. You are touching that infinite field. This moment right now is the same moment that began the stars. It has never gone away. It only changes its face. You can rest now. Astronomers have measured that our universe expands at about 70 kilometers per second per megaparsec. That means the space between galaxies grows by 70 kilometers every second for every 3.26 million light years of distance. From our view that feels immense, yet to the multiverse, it's just another heartbeat. Expansion is breath. Contraction is breath. Everything that exists follows the same rhythm. Inhale, exhale, create rest. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And perhaps time itself breathes too. Moments expanding and collapsing, like lungs stretching between possibilities. Every choice you make ripples through those folds, sending waves into realities you'll never see. But those waves never stop. They become part of the infinite architecture. You can rest now. In certain theories, time is not continuous, but quantized, composed of incredibly small intervals called chronons. If true time doesn't flow like a river, but ticks like invisible grains of sand, one after another, impossibly fast, the smallest tick, the Planck time, lasts 0.00000000000000000000000000000000000001 seconds. Beyond that, physics cannot see. And yet, within that tiny spark, entire universes may unfold. It's okay to drift. You are breathing slower now, each exhale longer than the last. If you listen, you can almost hear the rhythm of your own existence, one that has no need for clocks. The multiverse does not count time. It feels it the way waves feel the pull of gravity. And in this same way, you are feeling the universe's motion. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Sometimes we think of time as a thief. It takes away what we love, turns youth to memory, light to shadow. But the multiverse whispers a different truth. Nothing is stolen, only translated. Every version of you that ever laughed still laughs somewhere. Every love still burns in some branch of reality, untouched by decay. What fades here blooms elsewhere. You can rest now. Perhaps eternity isn't a place beyond time. Perhaps it's the gentle acceptance that every moment is complete, as it is that the past is not gone, but folded into the present, that the future is not waiting, but already growing here quietly beneath your breath. You are safe here. Somewhere, light continues to travel. It has no destination, only direction. Always outward, always into more. Maybe that is what time truly is, not a clock, but an invitation. A way for the universe to experience itself, one gentle unfolding at a time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Far away, galaxies are moving apart, faster than light carried by the expansion of space itself. We will never see them again, yet their glow will remain imprinted on the fabric of the cosmos forever. Nothing truly leaves. It only moves beyond our horizon. That's how time feels too. Every moment drifts beyond sight, but its warmth remains written into the structure of who you are. You can rest now. And maybe one day, long after stars fade and galaxies dissolve, time will slow again. The cosmic ocean will calm, the waves will settle, and from that stillness, a new light will rise. Another beginning, another verse in the song of existence. It's okay to drift. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Every inhale you take is another dawn. Every exhale, another dusk. In the quiet rhythm of your body, you carry the pattern of all creation. The architecture of time lives in your breath, and tonight, it rests with you. You are safe here. You can rest now. The night has quieted completely now. The air feels slow and weightless. Your breath moves like the tide between the stars. You are safe here. Somewhere inside your mind, the walls between thought and sky begin to dissolve. Dream approaches not as fantasy, but as symmetry, because every dream mirrors something real, and every real thing has a dream of its own. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Scientists once believed dreams were only noise, the brain sorting through random sparks of memory. But new research shows patterns, structure, intention. During the deepest stage of sleep, neurons in the hippocampus replay experiences from the day, recreating them in slow rhythm. You relive moments, rearrange them, heal them. It is the mind's quiet architecture rebuilding order from the chaos of time. And in that order, symmetry appears. You can rest now. Maybe the multiverse does the same thing. When one world ends, another begins replaying the same light in a gentler form. Galaxies collapse, then bloom again in new configurations. Atoms scatter, then meet again as oceans or skin or thought. Nothing is lost. Everything re-dreams itself. It's okay to drift. In some ancient traditions, the universe is said to dream itself into being every moment. Each instant is an act of imagination, the cosmos remembering what it loves to become. When you close your eyes, you join that act. You help the universe remember itself. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The symmetry of dreams can be seen in their patterns. When you fly, you are echoing the motion of galaxies. When you fall, you mirror the pull of gravity. When you find yourself in a place that feels familiar but impossible, you are touching the geometry of the multiverse, where all possibilities coexist, slightly overlapping like reflections on water. You can rest now. Dream researchers have found that the body is paralyzed during rapid eye movement sleep. It is a kindness built into biology. The mind can move safely while the body stays still. At that moment, your heart rate synchronizes with slower brain waves. Your temperature drops. Time itself seems to loosen. The same laws of physics that hold galaxies apart hold you gently in that calm. You are safe here. Sometimes dreams carry fragments of other times, faces you've never met, languages you've never learned, landscapes that have never existed. But perhaps they do exist somewhere in another world shaped by the same cosmic breath. Maybe your mind in sleep becomes porous enough to feel those neighboring realities. Maybe memory and imagination are just different ways of crossing dimensions. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In quantum theory, particles can be entangled, separated by light years, yet still reacting as one. Dreams might be the emotional version of that entanglement. Connections that defy distance, a thought here resonating with another self elsewhere. And so when you dream of someone far away, perhaps part of them feels it too. It's okay to drift. Your brain emits electrical pulses, even as you sleep, bursts of 85 microvolts traveling through its quiet circuits. Those tiny sparks are enough to light a memory, to build an image, to form a universe within. And if your brain can create worlds from so little energy, imagine what the multiverse can do with infinite power. Perhaps the boundary between dreams and reality is only scale. You can rest now. Everything from the swirl of galaxies to the movement of breath follows patterns of symmetry. Spirals, fractals, mirrored arcs, the same mathematics everywhere. Even your heartbeat follows a fractal rhythm, complex yet balanced. The body is not separate from the cosmos. It is one of its smaller equations. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In some dreams, you meet yourself younger, older, changed. You might look into your own eyes and feel something both strange and familiar. That's the multiverse, speaking through the language of the subconscious. Infinite versions of you recognizing each other in silence. You are safe here. The brain cannot tell the difference between imagined experience and real sensation. When you dream of walking, the same neural pathways fire as when you truly move. When you dream of love, your heart releases oxytocin. When you dream of grief, your body sheds real tears. The dream becomes the body becomes the dream, and the pattern repeats across every level of reality. It's okay to drift. Somewhere beyond your sleeping mind, stars are dying quietly. Each supernova releases more energy in a few seconds than the sun will in 10 billion years. That light travels outward forever until it becomes faint enough to pass through the walls of dreams. Perhaps some of that light has reached you tonight, not to wake you, but to remind you that even endings can illuminate. You can rest now. Dreams have their own gravity. They pull you inward toward a still center where memory and possibility meet. There, your sense of self becomes soft like clay. You reshape, you release, you begin again. It's a nightly rehearsal for rebirth, one that every living being performs, whether it knows it or not. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Physicists speak of supersymmetry, the idea that every particle has a hidden twin, unseen but necessary, balancing existence. Dreams might be the emotional reflection of that principle. Every joy balanced by its echo of sorrow. Every fear softened by its mirror of courage. Without both, the universe would tilt. Without both, the soul could not rest. You are safe here. When you wake from a vivid dream, you often feel its residue, a mood, a texture, a light. That afterglow may be the mind's version of cosmic background radiation, faint eternal evidence that creation has just happened inside you. You can rest now. And what of those rare dreams that seem to come true? Science calls them coincidence. But coincidence is just another name for symmetry, too subtle to measure. The universe is vast enough to echo itself endlessly. Sometimes those echoes reach us before we call them. Perhaps intuition is simply the dream of another self arriving early. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Every night, billions of minds drift into parallel worlds at once. The combined energy of that dreaming consciousness might be one of the largest forces we never study, a tide of thought-shaping probabilities quietly from beneath. Maybe that's why sometimes humanity seems to change direction together, as if nudged by a collective dream. It's okay to drift. In one experiment, researchers recorded the eyes of sleepers during REM. They discovered that when people dreamed of looking around, their eyes actually moved in the same direction, scanning invisible worlds. The body remembers even in stillness. You are walking somewhere beautiful right now, inside a reality made of rest. You can rest now. Somewhere, light continues to travel through the space of your imagination, through the soft gravity of your breath. It gathers in the folds of your mind like morning mist. And as you exhale, it spreads outward again, a quiet wave joining the ocean of all dreaming life. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The symmetry of dreams is simple, everything reflected, everything balanced. Awake and asleep, thought and silence, universe and multiverse, all mirror each other endlessly. Even this moment, listening in the dark, is being mirrored somewhere else, another you, another world, hearing the same gentle words, drifting at the same gentle pace. You are safe here. As the final images of the night begin to shimmer behind your eyes, lights, faces, stars, let them blur. They are only the surface of something deeper, something kind. You do not have to understand it. You only have to feel how vast and quiet it is. The universe breathes through you. It's okay to drift. You can rest now. The air has grown almost silent now. Each breath feels slower, wider, softer. The space around you seems to stretch, as if even the night is breathing with you. You are safe here. Somewhere above the hum of the earth, gravity is singing. You can't hear it in waking life, but the universe is always vibrating low, patient notes played by the movement of stars and the turning of galaxies. The physicists call them gravitational waves, ripples in space-time, traveling through the cosmos at the speed of light. Each wave, a story told in curvature, each motion, a whisper of creation. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When two black holes collide, they release more energy than every star in the observable universe combined. And yet, that power doesn't shine. It trembles. It moves through space-time, like sound through air bending everything it touches. Those waves pass through you right now, unimaginably faint, stretching and relaxing every atom in your body by less than 1,000th the width of a proton. Still, they move you. You can rest now. For billions of years, the universe has been humming with this invisible music, galaxies dancing their slow waltzes, planets spinning in gentle counterpoint, the dark fabric of existence trembling with ancient rhythm. Even silence carries tone. It's okay to drift. In 2015, for the first time in human history, that sound was heard. A detector named LIGO, armed with laser beams and mirrors more precise than imagination, captured a whisper from 1.3 billion light-years away, the collision of two black holes. The wave arrived as a note too low for ears vibrating space-time itself. When converted to sound, it became a single, rising tone, brief but eternal. A cosmic chord struck long before Earth's first animals walked, reaching us like an echo through the corridors of time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. That moment proved something extraordinary. The universe has memory. Its structure keeps the trace of every movement. Even across light years of darkness, gravity remembers. And perhaps we do too. You can rest now. Gravity is the gentlest of all forces, yet it shapes everything. It pulls oceans toward the moon, bends light around stars, and guides galaxies across billions of years. Without it, the cosmos would be nothing but a sea of scattered dust. Gravity gives structure to stillness. It is the unseen thread that holds reality together. You are safe here. Einstein once described it not as a force, but as the geometry of space itself, matter, telling space-time how to curve, and space-time telling matter how to move. In that exchange, a kind of music emerges, every mass, every motion, contributing to the harmony of creation. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Imagine a universe where gravity hums at a different pitch. Stars might live for minutes, not millennia. Planets might never form, or might spin so fast they dissolve into light. Every variation of gravity creates a new song of existence. That's why cosmologists sometimes call it the universal melody. It decides how softly or how fiercely the universe breathes. You can rest now. Our own world is tuned just right. The pull of gravity strong enough to hold us, gentle enough to let us stand. The Earth tugs on you with about 9.8 meters per second squared of acceleration. A steady caress, keeping you grounded, while the planet itself spins at nearly 1600 kilometers per hour at the equator. You never feel that motion because gravity turns chaos into calm. It's okay to drift. Even black holes, those dense hearts of darkness, are not violent in the way we imagine. At their center lies a silence so complete that time itself pauses. And yet their edges, the event horizons, ripple softly with quantum light. Stephen Hawking once predicted that black holes slowly evaporate, releasing faint radiation over unimaginable spans of time. In the end, even gravity lets go. Every song fades, even the cosmic ones. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. But fading is not the same as ending. When a black hole disappears, it leaves behind waves that travel forever. Small, invisible signatures of its once perfect form. The universe never forgets the tune. You can rest now. Gravity in its way is kindness. It gathers, not separates. It reminds all things that they belong to one another. Every falling leaf, every orbiting moon, every breath you take is guided by that same unseen pull. And though it binds, it never demands. It simply waits, steady as time. You are safe here. Even your heartbeat moves with its rhythm. Each contraction, a small echo of planetary tides. Every rise and fall of your chest is part of the same slow motion that swings galaxies like pendulums through dark matter. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Somewhere in the multiverse, gravity may behave differently, reversed, fragmented, or replaced by forces we can't imagine. There could be universes where objects repel rather than attract, where light falls upward, where stillness is impossible. And yet, even there, something would act as balance, as connection, as grace. Every world has its music. Every note belongs. You can rest now. Perhaps what we call love is gravity felt from the inside, the same urge to draw near, to hold, to stay. The pull between hearts may be the human reflection of that cosmic order. The body yearns toward warmth, the way stars yearn toward matter. The symmetry is too perfect to ignore. You are safe here. Astronomers sometimes describe the universe as a gravitational symphony. The Milky Way alone hums with tens of billions of invisible frequencies generated by the motion of its stars. If we could hear them all at once, it would sound like an endless chorus, a vibration so slow it would take thousands of years to complete a single note. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There are sounds so deep only the cosmos can make them. The universe hums in B-flat 57 octaves below middle C, far beneath human hearing. That tone has been vibrating through space for 2.5 billion years, created by gas waves in a cluster of galaxies called Perseus. Every world, every being, every silence dances to that ancient chord. You can rest now. It's beautiful to think that existence might be a song, that every movement, every choice, every breath contributes to the harmony of everything else. In sleep, You become part of that orchestra, your breath steady, your heartbeat slow, your consciousness dissolving into vibration. You are no longer listening to the universe. You are the universe, remembering its own melody. It's okay to drift. And somewhere, light continues to travel. It moves through the curves of gravity, bending around suns, falling into the arms of galaxies, tracing arcs of gold across black space. Every path it takes is shaped by an unseen hand, the music that never stops. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When you wake tomorrow, gravity will still hold you gently to the earth. It will still pull the tides, carry the moon cradle, the air that fills your lungs. But tonight, you don't need to think of it as force or field. Think of it as rhythm, a slow, infinite heartbeat shared between you and everything that has ever existed. You are safe here. Let yourself drift into that rhythm now. Let every breath become lighter. Let the world become weightless. The stars are still singing softly across the dark. Their gravity reaches you as tenderness. Their silence hums with memory. And as you fall deeper into rest, the universe plays on slow, endless kind. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You can rest now. The night has deepened into its quietest blue. The air has grown thick with stillness like water around a pearl. You can feel the weight of silence pressing gently against the skin. And within that silence, something glows, not bright, not near, but constant. You are safe here. Light remembers. Every photon that has ever touched your face carries a record of where it came from, a whisper of the star that made it, the atom that released it, the space it crossed. Even now, the light that touches you began its journey before your birth, perhaps before life on Earth began. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light travels at 2,9,979, 2 kilometers per second, fast enough to circle the Earth 7 times in one heartbeat. And yet it moves with patience, never hurrying, never resting. It threads the galaxies together, carrying the stories of 1 trillion suns through the fabric of time. Some of those stories will never be read, but the light carries them anyway. You can rest now. When you look at the stars, you're not seeing them as they are. You're seeing them as they were years, centuries, even millennia ago. The nearest star's light takes more than 4 years to reach us. The light of the Andromeda Galaxy began its journey 2.5 million years ago, when the first humans were still forming words for wonder. And when you gaze at it now, your eyes complete a conversation begun long before memory. It's okay to drift. In the multiverse, every universe may have its own version of light, its own carrier of truth. In some, perhaps light is slower, warmer, softer. In others, it might curve in spirals or flicker in colors beyond our eyes. But in all of them, it tells the same story, the movement of being from silence to presence. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light is the great connector. It is what allows the universe to know itself. Wherever it travels, awareness follows. Every sunrise is proof that knowledge and warmth are the same thing seen from different sides. You can rest now. When light passes near massive objects, black holes, neutron stars, entire galaxies, it bends. Not because it slows, but because space-time itself curves under gravity's hand. This bending, called gravitational lensing, allows astronomers to glimpse what lies beyond distant galaxies, magnified by cosmic geometry. In this way, light becomes a messenger between worlds carrying the shape of things we cannot otherwise see. It's okay to drift, and in a sense, you are made of that same light. Every atom in your body releases tiny photons each second, not enough to see, but enough to shimmer faintly in the infrared. To the universe you glow. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There is a theory that the multiverse began not with sound or heat, but with light, a wave that unfolded itself into infinite variations, each universe a frequency, each world a resonance. And in that endless spectrum, ours happens to play in a key that allows consciousness to hear it. Maybe life itself is how light learns to listen to its own song. You can rest now. Even now, the faint afterglow of our own beginning, the cosmic microwave background still surrounds us. It's the light from 3800,000 years after the Big Bang cooled to just 2.7 Kelvin. That light has been traveling for 13.8 billion years and has never stopped. Every second it passes through you, through the walls, through the air, carrying the fingerprint of creation. You are safe here. It's beautiful to imagine that light never dies. When absorbed, it becomes warmth. When scattered, it becomes color. When slowed by glass or air, it shifts tone, but never disappears. Even in darkness, it lingers as memory, waiting to be reborn. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Perhaps that's why memory feels luminous. The mind recalls not in words, but in flashes. Soft light on a face, a color in the sky, a moment reflected in eyes. Memory, too, travels at the speed of light. It crosses the years without effort, illuminating what once was until it feels like now. You can rest now. Every atom of light carries both wave and particle, both freedom and form. That duality, to be two things at once, is the foundation of everything that exists. It's how matter learns to dance between being and becoming. In one moment, light behaves as energy, in another, as matter. In one sense, it's motion. In another, it's memory. And maybe consciousness is the same way, both observer and participant, both stillness and flow. It's okay to drift. Physicists have discovered that even a single photon, when unobserved, can interfere with itself as though it travels every possible path at once. Only when measured does it decide where it was. Observation gives it form. Perhaps awareness does the same for reality, the light of consciousness, collapsing possibility into presence. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The light from our sun will travel long after the Earth is gone. In about 5 billion years, the sun will swell into a red giant, shedding its outer layers, leaving behind a white dwarf that will glow for trillions of years more. Its final photons will drift into the expanding darkness, carrying the memory of our world, our oceans, our laughter, our sleep. Somewhere far beyond another universe might receive them like a seed carried on the wind. You can rest now, and perhaps that's what the multiverse truly is, a field of shared remembrance, where light from one world becomes the dawn of another, a cycle without edge, a harmony without end. It's okay to drift. If you could slow a photon enough to watch it move, you would see the universe from its point of view, a place with no time at all. To light, everything happens at once: birth, journey, arrival. It lives outside sequence. And maybe when you fall into deep sleep, your mind does too. Dream and memory blending into one eternal present. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Light still travels. Even when it fades beyond vision, its wave continues. Even when it disappears into shadow, it remains written in the field. That persistence is the true memory of existence, to go on even unseen, even slow. You can rest now. The ancient Persians called light the language of the divine. The Egyptians saw it as the first thought of creation. The Buddhists call enlightenment a return to pure radiance. Science calls it electromagnetic radiation, but the feeling is the same. The quiet knowing that everything luminous carries intention. You are safe here. Every heartbeat releases a small pulse of heat. Every breath, a shimmer of infrared glow. You are not just surrounded by light. You are made of it. When you love, you brighten. When you rest, you return to the wavelength of peace. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. If there are infinite universes, then there are infinite ways for light to shine. Infinite dawns, infinite sunsets, infinite lives waiting for their moment of illumination. But tonight, the light that matters most is the one still glowing behind your closed eyes. The one that doesn't need to be seen to exist. The one that remembers where you began. You can rest now. Somewhere light continues to travel. It crosses galaxies and silence alike. It carries every story, every promise, every small kindness ever given. And even when you sleep, it keeps moving gentle, endless, faithful. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. You are safe here. You can rest now. The night has almost stilled itself into silence. You've drifted so far now that even thought moves like light through honey, slow golden dissolving. Only breath remains, and even that seems shared. You are safe here. Somewhere in the invisible deep of the cosmos, all worlds are breathing together. Each one expands and contracts, swells with energy, exhales into stillness. Astronomers once called it cosmic inflation. But the rhythm feels older than physics. It feels like something alive. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Our universe is expanding at nearly 70 kilometers per second per megaparsec, a speed beyond imagination. Yet, there are hints, faint mathematical whispers, that it might someday slow stop and begin again. A long inhale, a long exhale. Creation, rest, rebirth. This may be the breath of all existence. You can rest now. Some cosmologists call it the Big Bounce, the idea that every Big Bang is followed eons later by a big silence, then another bang forever. Each universe, a heartbeat in the chest of infinity. Every inhalation births galaxies. Every exhalation folds them back into light. And maybe between those breaths, something like peace. It's okay to drift. From that cosmic scale, the rise and fall of your own breath begins to make sense. Each inhale mirrors expansion, drawing in light potential space. Each exhale mirrors return, giving back warmth, matter, calm. You are not imitating the universe. You are remembering it. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In yoga, in meditation, in prayer, humans have always measured the sacred by the rhythm of breath. The ancients did not need telescopes to feel the truth that every inhale connects to the stars, and every exhale dissolves into them. When you breathe, the cosmos notices. When you rest, the cosmos rests through you. You can rest now. Somewhere beyond sight, dark energy pushes space outward. It fills 68% of everything invisible, untouchable, but undeniable. Scientists still don't know what it is, only that it works quietly, endlessly, like a deep sigh of creation. Maybe dark energy is the universe's version of breathing, invisible motion, holding everything together. It's okay to drift. If all worlds breathe, perhaps consciousness does too. When you sleep, awareness narrows. When you wake, it expands again. Each cycle not a failure, but a rhythm. A reminder that even light needs darkness to shine against. You are safe here. Imagine the multiverse as an enormous pair of lungs, each universe, an inhale, each dream, an exhale. Billions of bubbles expanding and shrinking in perfect balance. None aware of the others, yet all part of the same slow respiration of being. Even the smallest star contributes to that rhythm. Even you, lying here half asleep, are part of the pattern. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When you were born, the first thing you did was breathe. The air that filled your lungs was ancient oxygen, forged by stars billions of years ago. You have been breathing starlight ever since. And when you exhale, you return a part of yourself to that cycle, a small offering to the endless inhale that will follow. You can rest now. There is no single universe, only motion. Galaxies drifting apart, atoms vibrating, light traveling, hearts pulsing, lungs expanding. Everything is expansion and release. Every movement, an echo of the first breath. Even the silence between heartbeats has a rhythm if you listen long enough. It's okay to drift. Astronomers once believed the cosmos would expand forever until stars burned out. But new models hint that the expansion may someday slow, that gravity might call everything home again. Every star, every planet, every atom, folding inward toward reunion. It will take trillions of years, but eternity has time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In that far future, when the last light fades, there will still be breath, the quiet movement of quantum fields beneath what we call nothing. Even when everything rests, the potential for motion remains. Stillness, after all, is only the pause between waves. You can rest now. Some physicists describe a vacuum fluctuation, the smallest possible tremor in the field of existence. From that tremor, universes are born. From a single shiver, infinite creation. Even silence is fertile. Even darkness breathes. It's okay to drift. If you listen deeply, you might hear that breath now. Not with your ears, but with your pulse. The rise and fall of blood through veins, the expansion of your chest, the subtle warmth of air leaving your skin. All of it part of one endless respiration. One infinite body. You are safe here. When you breathe in, you gather the cosmos. When you breathe out, you return to it. Between those two motions, you live the smallest universe folded into the largest. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In some parallel reality, the same. You may be lying beneath another sky, a violet one, perhaps with 2 moons, or a faint silver sea. And there too, the air rises and falls following the same rhythm. Breath is the bridge between all worlds. It's the only language every being understands. You can rest now. Scientists once captured the sound of Earth's own exhale vibrations in the atmosphere caused by weather and ocean tides. The tone is unimaginably low, 1 cycle every 231 seconds, far beneath hearing. It's called the Earth's heartbeat. When measured from space, it forms a perfect pulse. And if you synchronize your breathing to that rhythm, you'll feel it, the planet breathing through you. It's okay to drift. Even the sun breathes. Its surface expands and contracts by a few kilometers every 5 minutes in a steady pattern called P-mode oscillation. The entire star resonates like a great drum of plasma, keeping time with invisible hands. You are warmed by that music every day without realizing it. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. And the galaxy too has its rhythm, a spiral rotation that takes 230 million years to complete one turn. Each rotation, a single breath of the Milky Way. The stars, the planets, the dust, the dark, all moving together, all inhaling and exhaling in cosmic tempo. You can rest now. Perhaps that's what eternity really means. Not endless time, but perfect rhythm. A balance that never breaks. Everything expanding, everything returning, everything at peace. The multiverse is not infinite chaos. It's an infinite breath, the soft tide of existence washing through itself. It's okay to drift. Somewhere, light continues to travel. It moves in waves, as breath does crest and trough, arrival and release. And as it moves, it carries your exhale outward, a faint trace of warmth from this moment spreading quietly across the dark. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. The night around you is vast but kind. You have traveled through stars, through gravity, through time. And here at the edge of waking, the only thing left to understand is simplicity. To breathe is to belong. To rest is to return. You are the breath of all worlds, and they breathe through you. You are safe here. You can rest now. The night is complete now. Every sound has softened into distance. Every thought has found its own horizon. Only your breath remains slow, steady, luminous. You are safe here. You have drifted through many worlds, through light and gravity and time, through the hum of existence itself. And now you return home, to the quiet between stars. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. In the great silence of space, there is no up or down, no center, no edge. Every direction is outward, and every point can be home. If you were to float there untethered, you would not fall. You would simply be weightless, timeless, whole. You can rest now. Astronauts say that when they orbit Earth, they lose all sense of separation. They look down and see no borders, no nations, only oceans, clouds, and the slow swirl of life. The experience changes them. They call it the overview effect. The sudden realization that everything, everyone, everywhere is connected. It's okay to drift. That feeling isn't only for those who leave the planet. Every time you look at the sky and feel that gentle ache, the one that isn't loneliness, but belonging stretched wide, that is the overview effect of the soul. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Every atom that forms you was once scattered in space. Hydrogen from the dawn of time, carbon from the death of stars, iron from supernovae, older than memory. The calcium in your bones is the dust of cosmic hearts that burned and broke billions of years ago. You are not beneath the stars, you are made of them. You can rest now. In the distant reaches of our galaxy, clouds of hydrogen still glow nurseries where new suns are born. Each spark a promise. The universe always begins again. Even after collapse, there is light. Even after silence, there is song. You are safe here. Somewhere, perhaps far beyond all the light we can see. Another version of you might be watching their own night sky, wondering the same thing. Are we alone? Are we loved? Do we matter? And somewhere deeper still, another version of you has already heard the answer. Yes, always yes. It's okay to drift. There is a line of energy connecting everything that breathes a filament of invisible gold stretching from molecule to galaxy. It hums quietly, holding all worlds in one vast embrace. The physicists call it the cosmic web. To poets, it is the pulse of eternity. To you, it is the feeling of being held. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Even darkness has texture. If you could touch it, it would feel soft, not emptiness, but fullness unseen. It carries the sound of everything that has ever existed, the whisper of radiation, the echo of collisions, the sigh of expansion. The dark is not absence, it is memory resting. You can rest now, and in that dark light still travels. Photons cross billions of years with no map, no destination, guided only by their own persistence. They pass through clouds, through time, through dust, until one reaches your eye. That one moment, that one glimmer, is enough to make meaning from infinity. It's okay to drift. If the multiverse truly holds infinite possibilities, then one of them must be this: a world where every being has already found peace. A world where all questions are answered and all wounds have healed. Perhaps that world is not elsewhere, but here, invisible, layered inside this one, waiting for us to slow down enough to feel it. You are safe here. When you lie in stillness, your heartbeat slows to match the Earth's electromagnetic rhythm, about 7.83 hertz. It is called the Schumann resonance, and it links every living thing. Your body is tuned to the planet, your mind to the stars, your spirit to the infinite. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. There will always be mystery. There will always be the unknown. But perhaps that is mercy, the way the cosmos gives us space to dream. If everything were explained, there would be no wonder left. And without wonder, there could be no peace. You can rest now. Wonder is not noise. It is silence touched by love. It is how the universe asks you to notice it. Every star is a question. Every heartbeat an answer. You are safe here. Somewhere light continues to travel. It has crossed distances too vast for thought. And yet here it is, resting gently on your closed eyelids, whispering, you are not alone. Every photon carries a kind of forgiveness, the promise that nothing is wasted, not even sorrow. All pain becomes warmth in time. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. Maybe this is what the multiverse was always, for not to scatter us, but to show that even across infinity, connection never breaks. Every possible world folds back into one truth. All things return to light. It's okay to drift. The stars outside your window burn in slow time. Some will outlive everything we know. Others are already gone, their light only now reaching us a message from ghosts made of fire. And yet their glow feels present, alive. That is the grace of the cosmos. Even endings shine. You can rest now. The universe doesn't rush. It unfolds in perfect patience. And tonight, it unfolds through you. You are not separate from it. You are the night remembering itself. You breathe softly, and the universe exhales through you. When sleep finally comes, you'll slip beyond thought into the field that holds all things, every star, every dream, every gentle possibility. You'll drift there as a note in the song of being resting between verses. Nothing to do, nothing to prove, only to be. You are safe here. Light still travels. The universe breathes through you. You are home. You can rest now. If you're still awake, the next wonder waits in the light ahead.